In this video, we are going to talk about how to complete the Explore for Unit 7, Day 33, Quadratic Meanings. What does it mean to find solutions to quadratic equations in real-world context? So I'm going to jump to the Explore. The Explore states, read the scenario 3 times. After each read, use the space below to respond to questions, prompts you are given in the space below. Scenario. Andre kicks a football for a field goal. The height above ground given in feet t seconds after it is kicked is represented by the equation g of t equals negative 16 t squared plus 56t plus 0.5. You can go ahead and take a moment to describe the situation. By pausing this video, you can then read it again, answer the read 2 question, and then read it a third time and answer the read 3 question. By completing this, it's going to set you up to be successful on the next slide. So go ahead and pause and complete this if you haven't already. Now that you've finished the 3 reads, we can jump into the Explore together. So throughout this Explore, you're going to be asking yourself multiple times, what is this question asking me for? What quantity am I finding, and where is that quantity located within my equation? So let's look at the first question. At what height is the ball when it is kicked? Explain or show your reasoning. What is the quantity this is asking you for? Height. Where in the equation do you see height represented? G of t. So we need to find out, what is g of t when the ball is kicked? What is the height when the ball is kicked? Well, in order to do that, at what time does the ball get kicked? The ball gets kicked. The initial height of the ball before it is kicked happens at a time of 0 seconds. So we're finding g of 0. When we substitute 0 in to the equation, we are going to get a value of g of 0 equals 0.5. So the height of the ball is 0.5 feet above the ground when it is kicked. That's the beginning amount, the starting amount. At what height is the ball 2 seconds after it is kicked? Okay. I'm going to just fix. This should say the... Okay. THE. At what height is the ball 2 seconds after it is kicked? Well, ask yourself, 2 seconds. What am I going to do? 2 seconds represents what, the g of t or the t? Time 2. So now I'm going to find g of 2 equals, you'll substitute it in again, and then you'll do the math. And you should find that g of 2 equals, you could pause at any point in the video to do it on your own, 48.5. So it is 48.5 feet above the ground. Next question. What does it mean for the situation when g of t equals 10? Again, you can pause and answer this question on your own and then come back to the video, but I'm going to talk you through it. G of t. What does g of t represent? It represents height. So this is saying, what does it mean when the height is 10? It's not asking you to find anything. It's just asking, what does this mean? This means that it means the point in time when the ball is 10 feet above the ground. The height is 10 at this point in time. What does it mean when t equals 1.7? T represents time. Time is 1.7. So this is the moment, 1 seconds after the ball is kicked. Time is 1.7. Okay. Let's move on to the next set of questions. Again, you can pause and answer these on your own, and then we can come back together. Or you can get some extra support through this guidance and pause at different moments. So here's the equation, a same equation. Using the graphing calculator, we're going to graph it. Okay, here's this equation graphed. Notice the shape. So the first question says, approximate the number of seconds after the ball is kicked when it will hit the ground. What does that mean when it will hit the ground? Where on the graph do you see the ball being kicked and hitting the ground? Right here. As when the ball is at 0 feet, it hits the ground, which is a height of 0 at about 3.5 seconds. So about 3.5 seconds since the graph crosses the x-axis just near the 3.5 on the axis. Okay. Approximate the number of seconds after the ball is kicked when it will reach its highest point. Explain how you know. Highest point, maximum. When does it reach its highest point? Right here at 49.5 feet in about 1.75 seconds. So about 1.75 seconds since the graph reaches its peak around 1.75 comma 50, about 49.5 also. It's fine. Next one, approximate the number of seconds after the ball is kicked when it will be 10 feet above the ground for the second time. Why are they saying the second time? Why would the ball be 10 feet above the ground twice? I'm going to clear this so we can see the graph clearly. The ball, every parabola is symmetrical. So the ball is about 10 feet above the ground here and here. It goes up, it hits 10 feet, and then it goes down. And at about, let's see, when will it be 10 feet above the ground? At about 3.3 seconds. About right here. It's about 10.3. So, about 3.3 seconds since there is a point on the graph near 3.3 comma 10. So you're using the graph to answer the questions and using what you know to identify what is this really asking me. Last question. Write an equation that would give an exact time when the ball was 10 feet above the ground. 10 feet above the ground, height of the ball. What represents height here? G of t. So I'm going to replace that with 10. So in summary, as you work through these questions, you need to constantly be asking yourself, what is this question asking me for? How can I find the answer using the graph, using the equation, or using both? And that's where understanding the meaning of the equation and the meanings within the graph will really help you.